You know, if things had to go, we have to do things differently or adjust or make adjustments, that they were open with us and we were able to kind of make those decisions as we needed to.
One, we liked the designs they had. We thought their cost was fair relative to the work we were asking them to do. And we just had a good feel about the guys and just their approach. And so we felt comfortable trusting them with certainly our largest home renovation.
The reason that we chose the Bradburn Group is because we had them over for a site visit with a few other different contractors. We just felt the most comfortable with them. We felt that they knew what our vision was for this project. They were, in line with our budget. They were in line with the time that we were expecting for the project to take.
We wanted someone who could really project manage it because it was a big reno and there was probably lots of moving parts that we weren't even aware of. So it gave us peace of mind and checking references. I mean, of the 14 they gave me, I only checked about 3, but they all said the same thing. They'd all recommend them to friends, families, and neighbors.
We chose the Bradburn Group because we liked just the simplicity of their proposal and the onset. We found it was just really easy. When they scoped out the project, they understood kind of what we wanted to achieve, and they were accommodating.
Based on our current relationship with the Bradburns and some of the videos and testimonials we'd already seen and heard, the word of mouth, talking to clients of mine that had work done by the Bradburns, everybody raved about the job that they do.
From the first time we met Jay and talked about our project, we really connected, and we found he was so trustworthy and honest, and we decided to move forward. We really had a good feeling, so we stopped doing getting other quotes and decided on Bradburn.
I would say that communication was probably the most impressive portion of the job. And of course, we love the finished product, but during the process, communication was critical.
We knew what the schedule looked like, what was coming up. It also helped us with what had been invoiced and paid, what had been invoiced and not paid. So any kind of key information related to the job, we had that information at our fingertips. Just knowing what was happening, when it was happening, and having an app where we could see all that detail was fantastic for us.
There was one contact that I had, would text me, would communicate with me regularly regarding status of the job and who was coming on site and when they were coming.
The portal was great with them uploading photos, told you exactly who was there and what they were going to be doing, as well as the schedule of what was to come. So you definitely felt, when you on the portal, you knew what was happening, and so there wasn't very many questions.
Right.
We found the app to be very helpful in making sure, we had that dialogue and we understood kind of what was going on every day throughout the project.
We received updates on a daily basis from either the trades or from our project manager, Zach. We always knew what was going on.
What they said they were going to do, they did. Easy to get a hold of. If you had any questions or any concerns about how things were going, they were well organized. Everything was according to the schedule. If there were any delays or any issues, that would be brought to our attention immediately.
The online portal was an excellent tool for both them to communicate with me and me to communicate back to them. They might ask questions or advise of, say I was choosing handles or choosing, the next day I had to have lights, for example. So I knew what I needed to do because they communicated that through the portal to me.
And then we also had that communication, the written communication at the end of every day to let us know what was accomplished for the day and then maybe what would be coming next going forward that week. So we really found the communication was excellent. Pretty simple, it's a huge project. We were a bit nervous about it. We've never done such a big renovation, and everything was comfortable.
We'll use a portal, which I don't know if that's typical in the industry. This is our first big renovation, but the portal I found great, especially, we lived close by during the renovation, so we did stop by to check on things. But if you were further away and weren't able to check on it, the portal was great with them uploading photos, told you exactly who was there and what they were going to be doing, as well as the schedule of what was to come.
And I think what really separates them from others, because there's lots of companies you could choose to work with, is the quality of the work and the level of communication.
I would say a very detailed proposal as well. Like
Right.
it really felt like there wasn't going to be any surprises in terms of, obviously things come up once you open up a house, but in terms of they really did think of everything. And when we had a lot of questions, they were very quick to respond with very detailed answers. So I thought the communication was wonderful.
It really was their communication and keeping us in the loop and everything. Using the app was so handy, so we were out of the house for 6.5 weeks, so we could be updated. Even though we weren't that far away, we could be updated on the progress, and that really gave us peace of mind as well, because they'd basically taken over our house, so we were very comfortable.
You can trust they're going to do the job. I think that would be the easiest thing to say to somebody. They're on time, they address your concerns, they don't shy away from anything, and I'm totally impressed with that. And I'd say to anybody that you can be satisfied that your job will get done.
And they really understood what we wanted out of the project, and I think even came to us with ideas as to this will work or this isn't going to work based on the ideas that we had been given them. So they really saw what we had wanted out of this project.
They had a very good network of trades and sub-trades. They have a good opinion of these professionals and selected the best.
Their adaptability and easy to work with. Whenever we had questions, they were very quick with answers. Anytime, if we did change our mind, it was never a problem, or anything that came up, again, it just felt really easy.
What impressed me the most about the Bradburn Group was probably, again, just the open communication. They were very transparent throughout the process. And if things had to go, we had to do things differently or adjust or make adjustments, that they were open with us and we were able to kind of make those decisions as we needed to.
Because ours was an internal renovation where the rest of our house wasn't actually touched, we were still living in the rest of the house. So it was important that they minimized impact on the rest of the house, and they did that really nicely, and they were respectful of our home and that we were still living in it, and that we needed the space, and they tried to keep it as clean as possible during their project. They did a really, really good job of trying to protect all our other finishes because they had to walk through the house in order to get to this room. We wanted to maintain our floor without refinishing it, so they covered it especially nicely and carefully to make sure that while they were working in this room, they didn't cause any further damage to things that were really important to us to maintain.
Had people come in to view the property before the renovation. We brought in a number of contractors, and Bradburn Group in particular stood out to us because we felt that Jordan, who came on the day, was a clear communicator. He was very straight, very transparent. So that's something that we really value, and so we really appreciated that about him.
Just knowing what was happening, when it was happening, and having an app where we could see all that detail was fantastic for us.
The communication was excellent, and the application that they used was top-notch.
I would say we're pretty proud of our home now. It's great to come into a house that you feel that you designed to really suit your needs and for how you want to live, and we love how we designed it. We love how we worked with our contractor and designer to really make it everything we wanted it to be, and we use all of our rooms exactly how we want to use them. We're very happy here.
The kitchen is fantastic. We gained about 2 feet of width, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for just daily use, it's a massive difference. And the finishes are great. We enjoy entertaining in the kitchen now, and the basement's fantastic.
So the space now in the house after the renovation, I think, is exactly what we wanted it to be.
Space now is brighter, airier, up with the times, and a little bit more modern, and we're liking all the finishes.
I think this room in particular, we had some nice bookshelves put in. They did a great job with the floor all through the house. Great job with the fireplace.
So this layout is much more streamlined and is a better use of the same amount of space as we had before. So now our bedroom is bigger and has more space because of adding closets into it and being able to eliminate standalone furniture. We have more closet space than we did before. Our shower is larger than it was before. The walls are now insulated, so the room feels a little more comfortable. The floor also has in-floor heating, which is very comfortable underfoot, and the colors, and it's open and airy and spacious compared to what it was before.
We're very happy with the kitchen and the changes that we made there.
And we really love our floors. Such a big change.
Agreed, agreed.
Yeah. I love my wine fridge.
What was nice was we were able to kind of plan it from scratch. So each of the rooms has its own personality and also its own function, and seeing that come to life and being able to, watch TV and, read by the fire, enjoy a nice bottle of wine, enjoy some coffee or whatever it ends up being, was really nice in the end after all that planning and stuff. And I think it was executed really well to kind of bring it all together.
Feels like it's right out of a magazine.
I really recommend them for any big renos. The project management piece is key for us, and again, just the communication.
If you're looking to hire a general contractor, Bradburn was excellent at this project. They were attentive. They never treated us like we were a side job or something too small. They responded really well to any questions that I asked, and efficiently, and they were respectful of our desires and our intention for this room. And I would say Bradburn was an excellent choice for a general contractor for us. They worked really well with us.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the Bradburn Group for renovations. Renovations are difficult. There's lots that can go wrong, and so you really need people who are going to be on top of things and who are going to be very transparent and clear in their communication. So I would recommend the Bradburn Group for that.
What I would say we have said to family and friends already who are thinking about it, is that they were great to work with on all levels in terms of the communication was wonderful. And when there were surprises, you found out about them in real time as they were learning about them. So that was great. And again, just understood our vision of what we wanted and did, I think, everything possible to make sure that we could do that within
our time,
within our
and our
timeline.
budget, which was a big thing because we had made changes throughout the project, and understanding that adds to time and it adds to the funds, but they were really good with doing what they could to make sure that we got back into our house within a reasonable amount of time.
Bradburn Group was flexible and accommodating, and they were willing to work with us within our budget and for what we were trying to achieve.
Being home now feels real good.